A little quick disclaimer, you may hear some noise in the background. Where I live is more of a rural metro hub, so I do have my terrace door slightly open, so if you do hear any of the noise, my apologies. I'm just trying to see if I can raise my voice. Every time I get ready to do a video, I always forget to use my mic, and I am not tech savvy, and we'll just proceed as we did. So if you are a repeat offender, welcome back. If this is your very first time viewing any of my videos, welcome. And my name is Zarina. I am the owner and creator of Remarkable Signings, and I am a commissioned notary here in Attorney State, which is the state of Connecticut. I'm also a certified loan signing agent. So I bring my videos to you to just kind of journal my journey here, being a loan signing agent / notary, and also just basically, you know, showing you the good, the bad, the indifferent, everything that I've learned, any mistakes I've made. I'm trying to be as transparent as I can be so that I can bring to you my journey, and hopefully it can help you, or hopefully it's relatable to you. Okay, so this video, I kind of, started, but I'm, prepping documents, and I said, well, why not just do a quick video before I start my day, in a sense of getting up and out, to show you how I pretty much package my documents. Again, everything isn't for everyone. You'll eventually grab bits and pieces from people that you feel that you like their style, and you're learning from them, and then you'll learn how to revamp it and remix it into your own. Okay, I had got the tip, I want to say this week actually, from a big shout out to her, Elexsis Rambo. She is Your Favorite Notary. I follow her, and I'm in her notary group on Facebook. So check her out. She is a fellow Virgo, and I love her energy. So definitely I get jewels from her. But I actually was on one of her lives, and she went above and beyond, and she was very, very thorough in explaining herself, and I just totally got a lot of jewels from that. So you might want to check her out. I'll try to put her information in the bottom. She doesn't know who I am, so this is not something to promo, but I just wanted to, I love to share and give credit where credit is due. But one of the other things that I did learn from her, which was a cute little pin hack, I keep these little finger tip, things, and it's so annoying. Fingers start sweating, and I don't got time for all that. So she uses a rubber band on the bottom of the end of her pins. So I just kind of retweaked it and just put these little thumb protectors on the end of the pin, and I just wrapped them around with rubber bands, and you'll see why in a minute, on why I do that. So today, I'm just going to show you how I do loan documents, how I package them, and I'm off, so I can go, after I finish a signing, I can go drop them off, whether it be to FedEx or to UPS. Now, this packet here is a sample packet. You can get that from the website on the NNA, which is the National Notary Association. They do have different, packets. So it's good that you actually print them out, and, you go over them, get familiar with them, and it's a good practice tool for me, because for me, what I do is I look at the loan docs that I get from my signings, and I pull, whether it be the note, the notice, the right to cancel, the closing disclosure, the mortgage. It's a few of them that I do pull out. It's about 5 or 6 that I do pull out, and those are the first things that I go over first. And reason for that, which I'm sure many of you have heard, a lot of times the number one thing is this closing disclosure is so helpful. Once you're able to have the signers take a look at that, they want to know that what they discussed with the loan officer, their lender, and that this is the final document. They want to make sure that what they agreed to is in here. The numbers remain the same, and that is a good way to go. So now that they know that what the loan officer had discussed with them, the numbers remained the same. They did not go up. So once you just go ahead and start with that, and there's no discrepancies, it's pretty much easy breezy. You're ready to continue with the signing. If not, you and I already know, you have to pause that signing and go right ahead to contacting the loan officers and the signing services to state that, you know, Houston, we have a problem. So I'm just using this sample for, you know, just to show you how I normally package. So I've done the signing, explained everything to the signers, and they've signed, they dated, they've initialed where they're supposed to, everything's well. The book, my notary journal book, has been filled out. And so normally, this is just for training purposes and because I have them all on letter size, but normally I do the manila size legal, the manila legal size. I told y'all I give it to y'all like ODB, straight and raw. There's not gonna be any editing. I just like to be transparent, give it a one-shot deal, and I'm bringing it to you just the way it is. So after I have done that, normally I'll either paper clip or I'll staple my business card. Now I get it. There's other folders. Again, I'm going to have another video like from A to Z on how I do my loan signings, how I explain them, and then how I package them. I did come up with a few different ideas, and I have ordered different thank you cards and stickers and things of that nature, so I will give you an updated. But this is what I've actually have been doing thus far. So I'll go ahead and put the packet inside the manila folder. And then what I'll do is I'll normally grab, let's take the FedEx. I'll normally grab this envelope, and this is the one that's not with the bubbles, it's not padded. And I'll just insert it in there. I'll normally close the packet, and then I just go ahead and take, you know, the label, the shipping label, and I'll take one of the plastic folders, and depending on it, sometimes you don't want to use this cardboard if you actually have a large packet, because I do understand there could be some issues with the weight, and you know, escrowing them, they're not happy if you're packaging it so much to where you're going high expense with the delivery. So I'll put this, but if it's a thin packet, just for my peace of mind, sometimes I may use the FedEx cardboard, or I may just have this manila folder and I'll place it in with like a binder clip, and I'll just slip it in here. I'm just trying to give you some some options, just for you to pick whatever one works comfortable for you. I'll place it, the label onto the front of the envelope, and I'm ready to go. I'm shipped. Fortunate for me, I don't use drop locations. I really don't. I like to receive my receipt, and I like to know where, you know, like my main focal FedEx drop-offs is, as well as UPS. Fortunately for me, I do have like a FedEx drop exactly across the street from where I live. I've gotten to know the drivers and the times that they pick up, but I do not use them for my state of mind because I like to use to get a receipt. Also, fortunately for me, is that within a block or two is a FedEx drop off, and they're there till like after 8 o'clock. So that's a blessing for me, because if I get a signing for like 6 o'clock, depending on how fast I can get through it, I don't want to say fast, but how, you know, efficiently I can get through it in a good timely manner, I can actually make it there, you know, depending on how far the signing is from my house. On my way home, I can just, you know, drop it off. Even if it's 7:45, 7:50, they're pretty much good at letting me drop it off, sometimes actually at 8 o'clock, right before the doors close. So I get my receipt, and I'm out the door. I let the signing services know. I upload a picture of the receipt, and I let them know that signing, you know, everything is copacetic. So just little merge off. So that's how I actually, you know, I package the documents before I send them off. Now, here's another little tip I want to guess, or like how I do it. Oh, see, because you know I can ramble, so I just wanted to show you what the purpose of using the thumb thing onto the documents. So just bear with me so I can break this down. So don't mind my sidekick. That is my daughter's little Yorkie, and she's my assistant. So what I do is, when you have this document and you're presenting it to them, it's good to have your paper here, and you just slide. Turn it over, and so that you can see more. So it just grips it. It just makes it much more easier. If you have the sign date, you go ahead, boom, 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 and you know, so that's a quick little tip that you can use to, that's a quick little tip that you can use to kind of get through your signings a little bit more smoothly when you're just doing that with the papers. Flip them over, boom, 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 flip them over. So this actually comes in handy, believe it or not. When you're going through them documents, oh, you missed here, so you just got it. So you're pointing, and then you're flipping over, and then again, you're just, and you'll hear the papers roughing, and you're getting the pages one by one. So that's the little tip that I have for that. So another thing that I wanted to tell you is, this is your business. Nobody can tell you how to run your business but you. Okay? That's number one. This is for all of like the new signing agents that you've under 100 signings, and you're still, because believe it or not, there's still people who've had 100 plus signings, and they're still, their nerves get them a little, they get a little nervous. You don't never know what's going to happen in each signing. That's one. I don't feel, for me personally, I would ever get that comfortable ever to where I would just not have my guards up when I go into anyone's home, or if I go to anyone's, location that is set. Stay alert, stay alert, stay alert. I feel like so many people is chasing the numbers of how much they're gonna get, and they put safety, common sense, and they put aside getting the documents properly filled out and executed. That kind of goes to the wayside because people are more worried about how much they can counter, if the offer is lowballed. Then the money is definitely there. It is there. And we're getting and seeing more and more loan signing agents, and you're seeing more and more signing services pop up. You have to set yourself aside through quality work. That's it. You can buy all of the packaging, all of the thank you and cards and the business cards. You can print all that up and have it all pretty. You can do all of the websites looking fabulous. None of that will ever matter if you're constantly having subpar signings, if you don't have a good rapport with the borrowers, the signers, if you're not leaving a good impression. You do have to work within your state law, the parameters of it, because we cannot give any advice, legal, or we cannot express our personal opinion whether they have good rates or not. We're here to be a neutral third party to get the documents signed, to notarize it. So we are still an important part of the process. But you have to also understand that, yes, it's important to set yourself apart from everyone else. But you do that through great customer service. You do that through great relationship building. You do that with reaching out. Do a quality control. What I've learned from me is I'm very detail oriented. That's just who I am. So I will always do a quality control to the signing service. Or if I've had any contact with the escrow office or the loan officers, I just always send a thank you for allowing me to service you and your clients. Should there be any questions, please feel free to contact me. And I get good response back from that. So I'm grateful for that. Just always just reaching out to let them know that, hey, you know, this is my business too, and I want to know what is your feedback. So when they see that you're actually treating your business as what it is, a business, they're more prone to responding and interacting with you as such. Another thing that I just want to say is that making sure that you understand late documents do happen. They do happen. Sometimes they happen often from specific signing services. You have to know when to say, please reassign the assignment to another notary. I've even had that happen to me recently. I would not have a problem, and I stayed as long as I could, but I have a schedule, and I like to stick to it. And I don't feel it's fair to let another signer's, their signing get pushed back due to, you know, poor communication from the signers and escrows. Now, here is what I mean. We don't know how the communication is with the escrow or the lender and the signing service, the people who actually gave you the assignment. But when you give me an assignment a week prior to the actual signing, and then I have to come to you and say, hey, you know, I'm still not hearing back from you. Today is the day of the signing. I understand that, you know, you can get your documents up to maybe 2 hours. Some people are getting documents the time of the signing. What I like to do is I like to make sure I leave an open line of communication with the signing service. When it's poor and they're not getting back to you and then they decide, I always tell them, this is my cutoff time. I look at the proximity of the signer's address, the location. I look at also the type of assignment that I have. If you're not coming within a specific range that makes it, you know, conducive for me, even if I have clients after, I have to make the executive decision to say, hey, please reassign the assignment. The reason for that is, have I taken late documents? And yes, I have. I have done it. I've done it where I've been blessed where I didn't have a signing afterwards. So I was more flexible to taking the late documents. But then I have to, you don't have time to prep as much as you should, but I do go through briefly. And then I just explain to the signers, you know, I'm just now receiving the documents. My apologies for any inconvenience. So just, you know, bear with me as we go through these documents so I can make sure that everything is needed and everything is obtained so that we won't have, you know, a delay with your process. And they're much more appreciative of that. So I say all that to say, focus on your structure of your business. You know, I have a early morning checklist and I have an evening checklist that I made personally, and I'll do another video on the things that I've actually created, and I leave it on the clipboard by my desk. And I have to check those off daily. I have an AM and a PM, a before signing and after signing. Some of it involves things that I must do, whether it's check my box if I've emailed this person or whatever the case may be. Learn how to adjust it to your specific personal goals, and always make a bunch of copies. That's what I do. I date them and then I store them. We would do that if we were working for another corporation. I'm sure like you have a closeout teal for like bank tellers and cashiers. If you've had that experience, you should be able to do the same in how you run your business. I am very strong on structure, foundation. The older I get, for me, there's just certain things I know works for me. It's not something that, you know, I'm going to sway on. When I know that this particular type of structure will get me X, Y, Z, and that's the goal, I stick with it. No ifs, ands, buts about it. So I just say this to say, focus on quality control. Focus on what is your business structures. Because you're gonna get signing services, you're gonna get people who may ask of you to do stuff that is illegal for you as a notary. And you have to know that. You have to know that when someone comes back to you after a signing and they state they need you to do something over again and they want the dates to be backdated. Now, as a notary, you know that's illegal. So you have to know that just because you're getting work from a signing service or a title or escrow, it doesn't mean that they're correct. They're 100% right. You have to know what you can and cannot do. Because if you are doing something that, one, is illegal, one, you know, two, it's against moral, ethical, you know, practices, you have to know when to say no. No amount of work is going to be worth it for you to go and do something against what you're supposed to do, what you are supposed to follow the law ethically, morally. There's just certain things. Fraud is fraud. So you have to know. Don't be so quick to want your phones to ping off 1 million times. That's how those loan signing agents have a short shelf life in this industry, because they're so quick to just get up, and it's not just always a point and sign. You have to know, is this person giving me correct documents? I had a client that gave me their license. It's expired. Oh, I didn't realize it was expired through the whole pandemic. Your license has been expired since the summertime. Here it is the winter and I'm doing this. I need a passport. I need something else. And it was just like, oh my gosh, I am driving around here with an expired license. Not my problem. I'm sorry about that. Hey, it could have been something that, you know, you overlooked. We have been going through a lot through a pandemic, but you had to catch that. You have to catch that. Your eyes have to catch it. And the reason for that is I'm in a state where absolutely, unequivocally, there's no expired IDs. We cannot accept that. Some states will allow you to have an expired ID up until a certain amount of time. The state that I live in, you cannot have an expired ID, not even over 1 day. Void. It's incorrect. It's illegal for me. So these are the things that I say. Know your state laws. Know what you can and cannot do. That is far important, because you're dealing with documents where the property is in another state. The property is in another state. The property may not be in your state that you reside in, but the signers are. So you have to know your stuff as a notary. And I know you guys hear me say that all the time in my videos, because first and foremost, that's the foundation. That's the strong foundation in order for you to put your stamp, your seal on it. So I'm not going to rant much longer. I just wanted to give you guys like a quick view on how I normally package my documents. I will place them in a legal size manila folder. I will at times place my business card. And again, it goes into a FedEx envelope, whether it be here. I never ship these alone, just like this, you know, due to weather purposes. And even with, it could be summertime, I always will put it in the plastic one, and that saves you from any kind of spills, any kind of rips. So if this does happen to rip, there is still protection underneath it. So those are my whys and my reasons. And again, I just hope that me being transparent and me showing you things that I'm learning along the way is something that is relatable to you. And I hope that you can take anything from it. And again, learn, you know, what you need to learn, wean out the fluff, because there's a lot of information out here, but it doesn't mean that it's right. And again, if you have any questions or comments, feel free. See, sorry, my phone is low. Feel free to just give me a comment below, or you can reach me at Zari, Z-A-R-I, at remarkablesignings.com, and I'll be more than happy to assist you in any best way that I can. All the best to you guys. Keep signing, stay blessed, and stay informed. Bye.